Political calculations are already ongoing ahead of the 2027 general election 3 years away. There are reports that the People's Democratic Party, the Labour Party, the New Nigerian People's Party are planning to form a formidable party that would sack the ruling All Progressive Congress from power. This was made known by no other but the convener of the National Consultative Forum, Professor Pat Utomi, when he had a brief chat with us, Quest Television and Radio, during the weekend. He confirmed that they have had discussions with the People's Democratic Party presidential candidate in the 2023 general election and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, and also the Labour Party presidential candidates in the 2023 polls, Peter Obi, and that of the New Nigerian People's Party presidential candidate, Rabiu Kwankwaso. Utomi, who took a swipe at the existing political structure in the country, lamented that Nigeria has not had a political party that is interested in improving the quality of life of the people since 1999. Noting that parties were merely a platform for state capture. When asked about his role in forming the All Progressive Congress, he said the ruling party failed because some persons did not want it to work from the get-go, and further stated that the All Progressive Congress was a concussion by a few people whose objective was state capture. But the big question and the big story for today is, will such a formation of a mega party truly wrestle power from the ruling All Progressive Congress? And will such a mega party change the fortunes of the country? And will it not just be or rather we going in circles with a party replacing another and another coming to replace it later? And will this union at the end last? Well, a look at these and more as it concerns the creation of a new mega party is what this edition of The Big Story is all about. And that is the formation of a new mega party by the leading opposition in merger talks. And that's what we're having as a major discourse today on The Big Story. We're talking about the formation of a new mega party, as we do know that the leading opposition party are already in merger talks. That's what we're having as a major one. And to truly join us on this topic, we'll be having someone later to join us all the way by the phone. We'll keep it glued. We'll be giving you more of the surprise later. But joining us in the studio right now is no other person but Dr. Oke Idawene. He's a politician and also one that truly upholds and sees that the democratic process should be transparent, free, fair, and also the people should come first. Welcome to the show and good morning to you.
Thank you.
My good morning.
Nation building responsibility. Good morning to the world.
Well, anyways, many would say it's a good one with the planned merger of those three leading political parties. And Professor Pat Utomi gave us a hint as it concerns the discussion that's already taken place on account of the merger. And he also said that they've really been productive discussion have been made with the three presidential candidates in the last general elections. And we're talking about no other but Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, and Rabiu Kwankwaso. But funny enough, all three of them were, at the time, all members of the People's Democratic Party.
Of course.
That we do know. And apart from that, though, I want your view as it concerns these three major persons. Do you believe that it would definitely be a thing to see that the three of them would sit down and a political party, a new political party will likely come? And do you see this even happening as we get close to 2027? Looking at the three different characters of persons, do you see a merger likely? Looking at even what Pat Utomi had with us during the weekend, they say, well, it looks as if it's going to happen and the discussions are already in place. But irrespective of whether they were all in a political party before, all three of them, but do you see this likely happening before the 2027 general elections?
Yeah, thank you for the question. The truth is, at the stage you are in Nigeria today,
yes,
there has to be a way out of this wood we find ourselves. The reason is that where we are now is the worst ever we have been in this political dispensation. Now, the only way to go is to start a deliberate attempt in gathering support, strength, because there is strength, unity to take over power for another platform or set of people that will chart a new course for this nation. Anything short of that, the country will drift into oblivion, God forbid.
Okay.
And that is what you are saying. Now the question is, do I see this happening? Is both yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, in the sense that it is a true and only way to go in a genuine situation if underlined, if those gladiators clamoring for it are sincere to themselves that it is time to redesign, to rebrand, to take Nigeria forward and not backward. Will greed not come in? Will personal interest not come in? Once you place your personal interest above national interest, it becomes a challenge. The major thing, Professor Patu told me, my elder, who is apparently from Delta State, thank God, has always clamored for this major stuff. But at the middle, they abandon it and let everybody go his way. Over the years, since 2010 till date, go to the records. Fortunately, I have been part of him to an extent in this major stuff through my father, Chief Olufalaye, GCON. And we have been there before I moved to the PDP now. So we have been there. At the end of the day, you see them drifting away because they will bring in their interests to play. Don't forget they are leading people who will give them, this is what we want and this is what we don't want. So the issue is that unless, yes, if we decide to leave our interests and let Nigeria interests come first, but the moment you want to approach it the same way you have been approaching it before, then we're heading for the rocks.
Okay, now, as much as you feel a merger is in order,
it's the only way to go.
And like you say, it's the only way to go. I want us to look at how it happened in 2015. And do you really see it happening twice? Because, in 2015, we had a merger that finally dislodged the People's Democratic Party from office and are presently the ruling party. Now, do you see this repeating twice? And the reason I ask this is, can this mega party truly dislodge the APC? Because the reason I'm asking is, number one, they seem to have a strong grip at the center. And not just that, they, as of present today, have 20 states out of that 6 states. And even if there's a likelihood of a merger, the 3 political parties will end up just having 15. So do you see them wrestling power from somebody that is deep-rooted in the center and has a lot of followers and state being controlled under their platform?
I beg to differ with you this morning on the proposition you have just made.
Yeah.
Now, first and foremost, the APC that is leading the federal government now, I am not here to call names.
No,
I want to tell you that some of these off elections we're going to have or we have had did not go the normal way of an election. My stand on that is that there were situations of massive malpractices that made people to emerge as APC winners. Let me tell you.
Then we've gone to the court,
yes,
and we've seen the outcome of most of them, and they are still going to the court.
They are still going to the court.
But go ahead.
Now, you wake up, you sleep, people are hungry. You wake up, the hungry remains. In the afternoon, the hungry remains. It's only even a blind man when you are in the market, when the noise goes down, starts reducing, you will know that the market is going down. As we are in Nigeria today, you cannot defend this APC-led government anywhere, even if you are a professor or professors. Now,
Dr. Dawane, I will cut you, please. I'll cut you short there. Knowing that you are a politician, and you know the importance of a political structure, and looking at the political structure the APC has already in place, would it be right for you to say so?
I am very correct, because even in the states you're talking about, the APC leading
20 states,
20
of
states.
The federation.
We have senators of other parties in those states. We have House of members of other parties in those states. We have House of members of other parties in those states. And they are not as united as you think or as you see.
Is that what you say?
Yes, it's all cosmetic packaging, because they are even in-house wrangling on doing themselves as we speak. But that's not why we are here this morning. We are here on the major thing.
Yes.
Apart from the major thing, about the only way to go. On the other hand, there are always two sides to a coin.
Of course.
There is also a way that the People's Democratic Party can rejig, work stronger, and take over power based on the woeful performance we're having now from this APC-led government. And that's the truth. So there is only one that is paramount here in this discussion today. I am not here to talk about if PDP better than APC better than
but rather the merger.
I am just here this morning to add my voice, our voice, to the fact that it is time we rise up, get a force, get an alliance, prepare for the next election to remove Nigeria from where we are. And that's why we are here.
Okay, well, anyway, you're right to say that's why we're having this discussion.
Yes.
And we're right to say, well, the talks of a merger and the formation of a new mega party seems to be already progressing in that direction.
Yes.
But there's this always a problem and challenge as it concerns such merger. And we saw that also in 2015. And the issue is sustaining such union. Now, what we saw in 2015 is that we saw some power blocks wanting to control the structure of the party. We saw the CPC then and the ACN had a bitter fallout.
Yes, that's true.
So are we not likely going to see, because that's the major challenge, are we not going to likely see a repeat of such when this merger finally comes? Can this union really hold for a while? Can it really hold and be sustained for a long time? Will these power interest blocks, knowing that we're having the PDP, the Labour Party, and the NNPP, who had great dealings during the last general election, will this power play not come in and rattle this union?
Let me come again this way. Like I said before, the last merger of the AP brought in APC. There is no way you can mix oil and water at cold, when they are cold. Temperature. Not possible. Now, it is what is a reflection of what is happening in the country now. APC was a gathering of strange bedfellow that had opportunities gang up, take over power without proper planning of how to lead the country. Now, on a second thought, why on studio now? Now, merger, yes. Then, maintaining your identity and having one presidential candidate
in that merger
without disclosing your identity, without saying,
would that not be a challenge?
I'm coming now. I'm really profiling that there are always two ways, multiple ways to travel. If you're entering Abuja, you can enter through Akwanga, Nasarawa, you can enter through Kogi, you can enter through Kaduna. What is important is that you have arrived Abuja. Now, if we want to get Nigeria out of the woods we are in now, like I said, we drop our personal interests. The question should be, are we going to allow our personal interests dropped and let the national interest be upheld? Paramount. The question is, if we, the leaders, over there clamoring for this now, can just say, I am dropping my ego. Remember what happened in the last elections between Kwankwaso, Atiku, and Peter Obi? The same ego. Remember what happened between the PDP between Wike.
Even before the elections, we're hearing of merger talks.
They say, I'm coming against that. Remember what happened even within the PDP, Wike and the other 4 governors, plus the PDP.
5 governors.
What happened? I'm going to make an example. Remove the national chairman and have your way. Give us national chairman from the south. Let Atiku continue. Atiku Abubakar said, no way. Why can't you just humble yourself as a leader and say, for peace and national reasons, let us go this way? That was what caused a lot of issues in the election. Now, coming to merger, it's a bigger challenge. That was within one party. Now, coming to merger now, it's a bigger challenge. But, my brother, I tell you, it is in a situation that we are in now. We have no other option than for those in quotes, open bracket, close bracket, those that pushed us out of greed into where we are now, you were able to pay the sacrifices for us to undo what has been done.
But having the PDP, the Labour and the NNPP, would that not also be strange bedfellows staying together also?
That's why I said I prefer that we can maintain our identity, then form a national unity government. Follow me now, just follow me.
Yeah.
Put pen to paper.
Okay.
Agree in principles.
Okay.
We are dropping all our personal interests. Give us one presidential candidate who is coming. You bring 3 of them, A, B, C. Other parties may join later.
Okay.
Smaller parties, A, B, C. When they come, they do an election, proper one. Follow me on.
Yeah.
It's also the mindset that it is time we drop our ego, we drop our bitterness and say, look, let us come together and rescue. Once that is achieved, you see, like Dube sang a song on an interview. He said, sign all the treaties, do all the concerts, speak on the English, carry the paper, open the drawer, lock it on the cupboard. As far as your hearts are still closed, nothing will change during the apartheid time. And it happened until they were ready to rescue themselves. Now, Nigeria is in a worse situation than ever the apartheid time. Because of when a man is hungry, he is more or less a beast. Majority of us. Now we are in a situation whereby the country, nothing is working for us. We are in comatose, economically, security-wise, as a nation.
So you feel that will be the driving force for
driving force that, look, let us drop our differences. Okay, that one has emerged as presidential candidate of the 3 parties. Let's go to the streets, vote for him. But in the sharing formula, if you take this, the other 2 parties take this and this. Talk it out.
Well,
but
anyway,
as far as
that will be interesting to see and interesting to play out.
Honestly,
but I'll plead with you to hold.
That's on one part.
Yeah,
the other part is the major thing.
We'll get your further thoughts on that. We need to go on a break now.
Thank you.
And when we come back, we'll continue our discussion as we look at that proposal, and we're looking at the issue of a merger and between the People's Democratic Party, the Labour Party, and the New Nigerian People Party in their bid to wrestle power away from the ruling All Progressive Congress. How fixable is that? And would personal interest and also a belief of identity not coming to being? Well, a question we'll be asking later. Let's go on a break.